What's going on, my beautiful family? Thank you guys so much for stopping by. This is Soul Healings with Dana. Today's pick a card or what amazing things are going to come through here in the next 2 weeks. I have been feeling a tremendous positive shift in the air, and I was very, very inspired to make a pick a card all about it for you guys. So your timestamps, ways to book with me, ways to donate to this channel are in your description box below. I just want to send out a special thank you to everybody who has purchased from my gift shop and made donations to the channel. It's very thoughtful and I truly appreciate that, guys. Thank you everybody for the support and the kindness and the love that you share, not just for me, but for each other inside of the comments, which is really, really awesome. So please pause the video if you need to. Take your time, and I will see you at your pile. Pile number one, when I said I felt something amazing was shifting here, I wasn't lying. And this pile is completely resonating that energy for me. And it's pretty intense, but it feels really, really good. So it's clear to me that you're moving through an energy where you're closing out chapters of your life, things that no longer serve you. Perhaps you were in some kind of relationship, friendship, something like this here, but there was some kind of sneaky betrayal happening here. You probably some information you found out that was kind of difficult for you. But nonetheless, we're looking at you moving on, you moving past this, you're letting this go, you're in a way you're not looking back, you know. It's just like I'm coming to my senses over this kind of feeling. I'm just done with this. It's not my responsibility to carry the weight of this. It's preventing me from, you know, moving forward and just living life and being happy again. You know, there's a sacrifice of like happiness because you put so much of your focus on the negative things that were happening here. But it's like I'm coming to my senses here. I'm coming to my senses here. And really, you are clearing out. You're clearing out garbage in your life, you know? People, friendships, jobs, relationships with just toxic low vibrational kind of people here. This is exactly what you're doing. And there's no better time than right now to do this because we're in a sense spring cleaning. Some of you guys are spring cleaning. Depends on where you are in the world, I have to be honest with you. But you're clearing it out. You're clearing out, and it's time to do that because here you are in this page of fire showing up as somebody who's returning back into their confidence, becoming a little more outgoing with life. And there's a sense of freedom with this, okay? There's so much freedom, and it's even as my hand is touching that card, but there's a reviving, rejuvenating kind of energy coming through here. You're returning back to who you are, basically. You're returning back into that creative, that confident kind of person that just wants to get back out, start loving life again. I mean, this is a very difficult energy, but the good news is that this is an old chapter. We're closing out this chapter, okay? And, you know, you're returning back into this free-spirited individual that you once were, you know, before this kind of energy stepped in and took its toll on you. You know, maybe you were with somebody who had an addiction, you know. Being in a relationship with somebody who's an addict is very, very complicated. And there's a tug of war in your own heart because it's almost a feeling of like, you don't want to abandon a person because they're suffering inside and they don't necessarily have the resources or the wherewithal to, find help, or, some people in it with addictions don't really want the help, things like that. So there's that own tug of war in your own heart. And I get that. I get that. But I think, again, with no matter what the situation that you have been going through, um, it's like you come to your senses here. You're no longer stuck in this emotion. You're no longer stuck. And it's like, again, it's like, you realize that this isn't yours to bear. This isn't yours to carry anymore. You're not responsible for this anymore. Okay, you don't have to be. And because in some ways it depleted who you are. It's taken away, like, some of your identity. It's taken away your zest for life. It just kind of drained you in a sense here. It's drained you emotionally, mentally, and spiritually, is what I'm feeling here. Okay, so you're moving on. You're moving on, and I'm so drawn. I'm sorry about all this. This looks chaotic, but there's a lot. I just wanted to, um, you know, get as much information out there for you as I possibly could, okay? One of these days I'm gonna have a nice wide angled camera, but anyways, so I do apologize, but something that I'm noticing, there's a theme that is catching my eye here with quite a few of these cards, is the fact that there are circles. There are circles in the world card, but everything is coming around full circle here. Okay, this is possibly some kind of karmic contract that you had, but we have, in these two clocks, if you could see, there are two clocks in there. But I think that, first of all, the universe, this is all divine timing. Okay, and I feel like the timing is perfect for you, because I think for a majority of you guys, it's like your zest for life. Like, I don't think for some of you guys, like, you couldn't have done this much longer. You couldn't have. There's no way. It's like you're so depleted inside, but the universe is like, I can see how tired you are. I can see how much you've tried. I can see how strong you have been. But I'm gonna have to step in here, because I can tell that you just can't do it anymore. You can't do it anymore. You've been so patient with the situation that you've been in. I'm stepping in. I'm taking over here. Okay? So this is really divine timing. This is the universe just coming through and saying, the wait is over. The wait is over. I'm taking these burdens away from you. I'm releasing you from this, because I can tell that you're tired. It's almost like I know you're tired, my child. I know you're tired, that kind of emotion here, okay? But this is also kind of tying into me for just, for people that have been working, in a job where they too are physically depleted, okay? So there's a working environment in this. As I'm holding the cards, I'm feeling there's also a working environment in this energy here, okay? I get the sense that you will probably start hearing, if you have been putting applications out there and reaching out to other people, I'm feeling that right here, guys. If you have been reaching out and trying to the words collaboration are coming through here for this, but collab with other people, work with other people, something like this here, in the next 2 weeks, you're gonna see some kind of sign come through here, just letting you know that that you're gonna move into those new phases of working with people, or this is, perhaps a new job or something like this here as well, okay? But they're also tying me right back into a friendship aspect of this, okay? There were some old, difficult friends. I feel like that you possibly have outgrown some of your friends here, okay? In a spiritual sense, maybe there were some kind of arguments or some kind of betrayals, because I'm gathering that from the Ten of Air as well. But there is this clearing out of people who just don't belong in your life anymore, okay? And again, the universe is stepping in and saying, I'm gifting you with people who are a better fit for your life now. People who are going to match you vibrationally. People that are, I want to say like in a spiritual kind of way. This is going to be like your spiritual tribe. People who just match you. People who make sense to you. People you make sense to, like, but it's also about the bridges that we're beginning to build bridges here in the next 2 weeks with people. And I really gathered that this is going to be with new people here, okay? I just feel like a lot of newness coming through in pile number one. We're done with anything that is just not fitting our lives anymore. People who have hidden motives, hidden agendas with us, we see this. We're seeing this with so much more clarity. We're seeing this with a newness, okay? So in the next 2 weeks, begin to see things shift, okay? And they're telling me that some of you guys have already started to feel this shift here, okay? And for some of this energy, the shifting is starting to scare some of you guys, okay? I need you to hold on here. Just hold on. This shifting is for your benefit here. The shifting is, yeah, they're saying it's scary. Yeah, it can be. It can be. There are times in my life where I thought, oh my God, what is really happening in my life right now? But it's hard to surrender. It's hard to have faith when you feel like you're losing everything in your life. But after the dust settles, you're gonna realize that the universe has just paved a path for a new beginning for you. Okay, a better path is what they're whispering. A better path. I really love when that happens. A better path for you. Okay. And this is really a direct result from you just coming to that conclusion of like, I can't do this anymore. I just can't. I'm tired. It's like this, like I'm exhausted inside all of a sudden, when you just can't take it anymore. The universe just kind of steps in and says, you know what, I'm in control. Okay, I'm in control. Just step aside. I know this is scaring you. They're even using the words frustration. You guys are frustrated, but ooh, got the chills too. So you guys are frustrated, but take a deep breath, okay, and just know that whatever's shifting here, because I got multiple messages coming through, but whatever is shifting here for you is shifting you into a new beginning, okay? So what the universe is saying is to continue to have the courage and the faith, okay? You're being nudged and pushed along into a better direction, a new direction here. Again, this was about you returning back to that courageous being that you are, okay? You're really returning and remembering. I strongly feel that in that Page of Fire. You're just coming back into that person that you once were, before you started sacrificing so much of yourself that you've lost your identity, okay? that is changing. That is shifting for you as well too. You're remembering the little things that you used to do. Like, oh, some of you guys used to travel a lot. Some of you guys used to possibly have hobbies and little side gigs that you used to do, but you've pushed everything that you love to do to the side to please other people in this energy, or you've never allowed your authentic being to come through. Um, maybe it was for, because sometimes in that page of fire, I feel like there's a lack of confidence sometimes, like those limiting self beliefs about yourself, things like that sometimes, but maybe you held back the most beautiful parts of yourself because you were afraid to express and share that light with people, especially in our field, right? In spirituality, people think we're nuts and we kind of hold back, but I think you have that, not anymore. Not anymore. I'm tired of like holding back who I am. I'm tired of like not feeling comfortable in my own skin here. Something like that is happening here. There's a shift, a more comfortable feeling, like you're connecting with people that are just like you. So welcome to my channel where I will take you as you are, right? No judgments here. This is judgment free zone, but here you are, you know, there's just a tremendous amount of shift with all these rainbows. So, we are still we're celebrating gay pride. So if you're gay, bisexual, however you show up to my channel, welcome to my channel where you are accepted for who you are. Okay, so maybe it is that you are saying, you know what, I want to share this with people. I'm tired of covering up the fact that I'm gay or I'm bisexual and just playing it off like, I'm straight. I want to, we're done with that. I feel like you're done with that. You're returning back into your authentic self here too, okay? So you're returning back into a happier state of being here. This is what the shift is all about. Look at the rainbows. Hello. I love rainbows, you guys. Anyways, and it is very possible that you have been seeing rainbows. Maybe rainbows have been presenting themselves to you. Your spirit guides are saying, I'm going to show you a rainbow just to let you know that things are okay. You're on the right path. This shift is happening for a reason. And happy family. Welcome to the Soul Healing's Happy Family. I take you as you are. No, this is such a judgment-free zone. You can share anything, except if you're a troll. Anywho, let's move on. So I'm falling back. Yeah, see, a sense of freedom. You're becoming free, liberated. You're feeling just on top of the world because who wants to live like that? Who wants to feel suppressed and I don't want anybody to ever feel that way. It's like, it's not fair. It isn't fair, okay? Let's just put it that way. But you're moving. The next 2 weeks are gonna really give you that feeling, that sense of freedom. You're just no more chains, no more barriers, no more boundaries. Your heart, you're coming to the realization that you're living with your heart wide open here, okay? Now, if this is they're tying this back into a relationship for me as well, okay? So if we are, okay, where is it? I see it. Okay. They're saying forgiveness. I found it. I was like, where was it? Okay. Maybe it is very possible that if you are in a relationship and they're sneaking that word addiction in on me again here, guys. So, and maybe it is that the two of you do sit down and seek out counseling here, okay? If, and now they're tying in the rainbows again, okay? So if you are needing some kind of support here, coming out and sharing the fact that you're gay or bisexual to the world, you're connecting with your tribe. You're seeing your tribe. Your tribe is on the way here too, okay? And maybe it is that you seek counseling, um, so that you have a little bit of support. Um, Counselors do often have tools, techniques, the same way coaches do, to help you and guide you through, coming out here. But going back into this relationship, maybe it is that the two of you sit down and do go for some counseling, okay? Um, I often say that forgiveness is your ticket to freedom here. So maybe it is that, coming out of this chapter here, you realize that it's just about forgiving this person, okay? Accepting them for who they are, accepting them for their flaws, just forgiving them for, maybe things that they have said to you, done to you. Again, this is pretty heavy, sneaky, backstabbing behavior, but maybe just forgiving them, okay? And perhaps you realize it's just time to move on. You walk back into your freedom within the next 2 weeks here, okay? But nonetheless, guys, it's about believing in yourself. It's about believing in yourself and understanding that, because they're saying you are who you are. You are who you are, okay? And it's like you don't need to make any more excuses for who you are, okay? They're really pumping that in my right ear right now. You are who you are. No more excuses for who you are. You don't have to make up excuses for who you are, really, all of this comes full circle. It is very possible that you're moving on as a result of you moving on from the situation. You do become a little more open to the idea of a twin flame soulmate connection here. That's what I'm feeling here. There's quite a bit of fire in this too. So we're looking at an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Again, somebody who's very confident, fun, they love to explore, they're adventurous. Maybe this is just about you if you're the fire sign in here, but you're just returning back into this flame, this passionate person, you're just returning. It's like a sense of returning home, okay? You're returning home into just remembering who you were, um, support. See, look at all this support. So, again, whatever is happening here, okay, in your life, it's okay to reach out. It's okay to look for your tribe. I think within the next 2 weeks, you are going to be meeting more of your tribe, more people that support you, more people that can understand how vulnerable you are, how delicate you are in the situations that you've been through. They're understanding this about you, okay? But they're here. They're here to support you. They're here to raise you up and help you be comfortable, is the words that they're using. They understand that your situation is very, very, very delicate, as delicate as this egg, and they surround you. Look how they surround you with love and support. All these hands, the healing touch of the hand, just hugs and kisses, and just accepting. There's the words acceptance of who you are, and if this is, because this is also tying back into relationships that were possibly, toxic. We're talking about sobriety. We're talking about, perhaps you're the one who needed help with an addiction or something like that here, okay? But the support is there. You're walking into supportive hands, people who are going to help you work through this addiction, okay? Or maybe you were in the relationship with somebody who has the addiction, okay? Maybe you are the enabler and you find yourself needing somebody to talk to, okay? Um, and to be fair, if you are in a relationship with somebody who has addictions and problems, you should also seek counseling yourself, okay? Therapy, coaching, things like that. You should seek help, okay? Um, because it takes a toll on you too. The person with the addiction is not the only person suffering. The family suffers, friends suffer, everything suffers because of their addiction. So it's okay for you to say, I'm tired. I need the help too. You know? It's okay to reach out and find the support, find the tribe that you need here. It's okay to do that. You know? It's okay to admit that you've had a relationship or you are in a relationship with somebody who has an addiction. It's okay to admit that, okay? So the next 2 weeks are about opening your hand and receiving here. Opening your hand and being open to people helping you. I'm getting the chills as I'm getting ready to say this next point, but opening your hand and just reaching your hand out to somebody. It's okay. It's like a safe place. It's a safe place. The support, the love, the compassion for no matter what you have been going through in this energy, it's there. It's there, okay? It's and they're saying the resources are there. The resources are there. So maybe for some of you guys, you're not quite sure where to get the support, get the help, but the resources are there. Okay, so I personally, I would look, because that the world card also makes me think of like online communication. You know, there are companies out there, um, they're online therapists, stuff like that. Helping Hand is one of them, okay? But the help is there, okay? So just look online, Google them. They're there, okay? But everything is coming full circle, okay? You're moving into a place where you're returning to love. This is all about brand new beginnings for you guys, a new vitality, a brand new zest for life. The zest for life is returning here, okay? Yeah, I said karmic. Yeah, I was feeling that there was some kind of karmic connection here. So there are karmic lessons in here for everybody to learn here, okay? So just remember that, the person that you're in this connection with um was a karmic partner, okay? And they've taught you many, many things about yourself, and you're teaching them many things about themselves. But it's a matter of just forgiving this person, okay? Um, Trusting yourself is more importantly here, okay? Now, for some of you who decide to walk away, there's a really big possibility here that you're moving into a new beginning without this person, without this baggage, without this luggage, without those toxic friends, that old nasty job. Again, this is all brand new stuff here, guys, okay? But you're moving into a direction that's gonna be more fulfilling. It's gonna feel and be more of a long-term kind of situation. After all, we are all about a happy family here. And this is a result, again, from you moving on. This is you moving on. Okay? Moving on into perhaps like a relationship where you can be married. Okay? This always makes me feel like there's a long-term type of situation here, okay? And, you know, maybe it is that you do decide to stay in this connection and this person does get the help that they need. You both can lay forgiveness on the situation and the connection stays. Um, but it moves into a deeper level, okay? A higher level of commitment here, okay? So there's a lot on this board here, but the next 2 weeks are just all about you. First of all, doing what's right for you always, right? But this is the beginning of something happy, something beautiful. Things are changing. This is about you becoming authentic and clearing out people, places, and situations that are just hindering you, depleting you, okay? So, that was very long-winded, but we got a lot of information here. So let me know in the comments below how you feel about this. If this has resonated with you, make sure to give the video a thumbs up. You guys check out my gift shop, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys. All right, pile number 2. So what amazing things are going to come through? What's coming at you within the next 2 weeks? Woo, some of you guys have had a bit of a shakeup, something troublesome, something shocking. Dun 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 dun. But some of you guys are coming and are scared. You're scared, and it's understandable. I cannot help but to notice. I feel in this energy that some of you guys have discovered that you are pregnant. The reason why I say that, let me show you why I say that. Whenever I see this card, I always think of a baby's nursery, whether it be a boy or a girl. But this, with all that blue, it's probably a boy, okay? But here you are. You find out you're pregnant, and it's caused you to be a little nervous, a little scared inside. You just don't know. Am I gonna be a good mom? Blah, 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 blah. All the jitters that we all go through when we understand that we're bringing in new life. I myself have 2 adopted children, so even adopting children was very scary for me. But I did it, and they're in college, so anything is possible, guys. But you're ready. You're ready for this. So, what the universe is saying here is that take a break, okay? Just go relax. We're talking about just kind of relaxing and resting, okay? There's no need to worry about any of this. I know this scares you, but this is all about, we're bringing in a lot of new things here, okay? So besides the babies, guys, and children and all that baby talk, something that's scaring you like that, we are talking about things not necessarily going your way for quite some time here. For some of you guys have probably been up and running, doing your own thing, and then along comes a truck that hits you from the side. You don't see it coming, and it just kind of scares the living bejesus out of you. It throws you, what you might consider feeling like it throws you off track here. Maybe I feel like there's a little bit of marriage stuff happening here. Like some of you guys are feeling like you're not quite sure if this is the time for you to be married, okay? There is a possibility of a wedding proposal that comes through here, but you're kind of doubting it, okay? You feel the connection, you feel like this could possibly happen, but it scares you a little bit at the same time, okay? So, and I understand where that fear of moving forward with somebody can come from. It is sometimes based on things that we've already been through that kind of scares you from, locking it down with somebody and stuff like that here, okay? But nonetheless, the next 2 weeks are going to show you something that it's just gonna show you something that it's kind of like a pat on the back saying, you are ready for this, okay? You are ready for this. We're doing away with things that just don't fit in your life anymore. We're doing away with backstabbing people. I kind of felt that a little bit in pile number one, people that have deceived you. They're also telling me that money played an issue here too, but people that have been manipulating, okay? People that have been manipulating, this is going away. This is going away, okay? Not only that, oh, he has such a sinister look. Oh my God, that is a creepy, creepy card, you guys. But they're also saying that this is an energy of like you being honest with yourself here. Being honest with yourself. So if you have somebody in your life that you know deep down in your soul, see here, you're not listening to yourself. This is this is about you being honest with yourself. So if there is somebody in your life that you're hanging on to and you know that they have manipulated you, they have lied to you, they are mistreating you, whatnot have you. Now this ties into friends, co-workers, things like this. You have to start being honest with yourself, start listening to yourself, okay? And for some of you, you may not be feeling like you're ready to make any kind of changes, any kind of sudden movements in your life, but you definitely most certainly are ready, okay? Because at the end of the day, this is all about you taking care of yourself, loving yourself first, and making sure that you're 100%, okay? Instead of hanging on for just for the sake of hanging on and having somebody in your life, or hanging on to that job even though it seems to really really not be beneficial for you in a financial sense. I have to be honest with you, okay? So I think the next 2 weeks are going to prove to you that you are ready to make these changes in your life, okay? You are ready to make changes in your working environment. Perhaps you're changing out doctors. Um, Maybe your intuition has been telling you that, the advice that you have been given about your health. Um, there's just something inside you telling you that no, this is not right, and you decide to go seek out basically a second opinion, okay? Because you want to, because you're talking yourself out of it, basically. You're talking yourself out of it, and again, because you're not listening to your intuition here, okay? And it really does come back down to basically listening to who you are, okay? To who you are and how you feel about what's happening inside, because your body is always talking to you, okay? Always talking to you. But maybe it is that you discover, like, you know what, I need to see it, I need to get a second opinion here, okay? um maybe for a small part of me wants to say that maybe the doctors are saying, oh, you're fine, we don't see anything, but at the same time you're exhausted inside. There's an exhaustion in here. Maybe they're telling you, and this is also kind of tying into your pregnancies here. If you're tired, it is time to take a break. It's time to rest. You know, they're bringing back around that baby talk for me, guys. So sorry, but if you're tired inside, take a break. But this is really about your health here, okay? And listening to yourself, listening to what your body is actually saying here, okay? So the next 2 weeks can also prove to you that, um, again, yeah, this was tying in earlier, but this is about you. Just, it would help if you could see the same thing. I'll just show you the card. Sorry. But you begin to see the truth of the situation, and in every situation. Like, this can tie in every different direction. Again, this can tie into that manipulator. This can tie into, a doctor, friends, co-workers. But you're starting to see the reality of what's happening here. And this is, again, coming full circle. Okay, this was a karmic lesson. There was a lesson involved here for you to learn here. Okay, so I understand that at this point in time, most of you guys are probably pretty guarded. You're probably, it's interesting too how I feel about this is because for some of you guys, the community, you're guarding your words, you're guarding the way you speak to other people now, you're guarding what you say, and who you're speaking to. Yeah, because it's like they use your words against you. That's coming through here. That's coming through here for me very strongly. It's like they use what you say against you. And I don't like that at all, ever. Especially besides a romantic relationship, but in a working environment. My biggest pet peeve are, you might say something one day because you're just in some kind of mood, and your so-called friend co-workers want to go and tell the boss, like, and then the next thing you know, you're sitting in the office and your boss is like, explain to me exactly what you were running your mouth about, like, yeah, so there's a sense of being guarded with this here, but are you starting to realize who's there for you, who's really not there for you? You're realizing two other things. For some of you guys, you're realizing that you are capable of being a mom. You are capable, perhaps some of you guys are probably gonna have to do this alone, okay? Being a parent alone, that's coming through. But you're seeing the truth and you're understanding, I could do this by myself. Or, for some of you guys the wedding talk, we had a little bit of wedding talk. You're understanding that this person, despite, I'm sorry about the mess of cards on this table today, guys. I apologize to pile number 1, 2. But despite the differences between the two of you, now this, again, this is the differences in religions, cultures, distance, physical distances, emotional distances. This is maturity levels, whatever kind of distances are happening that seem to keep you guys feeling separated. I think you realize this week, you see the truth that this is a person that truly loves you. This is a person that truly loves you. So you sit and you realize that, you know what, this is a life that I've been waiting for. Again, don't force this to fit, please, okay? I need you to be listening to your intuition because right now you're not really listening to yourself here, okay? I'm just going to leave that sitting there so you understand what I'm saying. So maybe you start to realize that this is a true love connection and this is the person that you want to be with for a very long time. So you get comfortable with signing that contract, okay? Now this also ties into like mortgages or, like buying a house together, buying a car together, contracts, any kind of contract that you've been thinking about. The universe is saying, this is going to be okay. This is going to be okay. Okay? Despite how scared you feel, despite how guarded you might be, still be feeling about this situation, okay? Hang on just a second. I want to make sure you see everything I see. So moving forward, again, this is, see? That's why I was hearing, like you want to say stuff, but you're guarded. Very guarded in your speech. Like kind of afraid to say stuff, kind of afraid to tell your boss, like, this isn't working out for me, or telling that person, that this isn't working out, or convincing yourself you're not good enough, or you're not ready to be a mom, or ready to make a move in your life, whatever. It's like you're very, very guarded here, and usually your body's talking to you when you go to say something and you don't seem to have the words, or you're too afraid to open up and just kind of share that emotion with people. That's usually a sign from your spirit guides and your angels saying, you know what, just hang on to your thoughts right now. Go within is the more appropriate kind of thing to do. Go within. Either meditate, just relax, and just pay attention to your thoughts here, okay? And then asking yourself questions. Am I doing what's best for me here? Am I making any kind of movements or changes in my life that are for my highest good here? You want to do some soul searching. You want to listen to what your soul is telling you, okay? Again, I never encourage anybody to force things into their lives, okay? If it's forced, it's not what the universe is trying to do. If it feels forced, then it's not you're not on the right path, basically. But if things happen to seem to go with the flow, things seem to line up effortlessly, you don't have to put any kind of effort into it, then that's how you know that that's the direction that you're supposed to be going in, okay? There should be no resistance. And here there's a resistance for the change itself, but you're also afraid to speak up. You're afraid to say things. You're afraid to share that part of your heart, or your truest, rawest feelings. Maybe it is feelings to your friends and your family members about perhaps this individual. Sorry, I bumped my camera. But nonetheless, I think that the next 2 weeks are going to prove to you that this is about you kind of slowing down and listening to yourself. Okay? Listening to yourself. Listening to your intuition. Your intuition is definitely your birthright, and you are in charge here, You're co-creating with the universe is what I'm trying to say here. But I really believe the next 2 weeks are about a fresh new beginning, a fresh start for you. Something, again, it feels like something that means something to you for a change. Because I feel like you begin to understand that this is about putting yourself first, putting your needs first here. You're doing away with the old, you're bringing in new. Just a time to move on from things that just no longer fit here. And I think that's what the next 2 weeks are all about here, okay? All about. I really honestly believe that. Again, I think for some of you guys, there might be a little bit more that is going to be shown to you this next couple of weeks, but it's the truth. And it's the truth, and I really begin to feel like you begin to see the true essence of exactly who you are as well, okay? So, there's a lot going on. But I think what really needs to happen here, again, I'm going to say it before I let you go, but this is a time for you to go within, okay? We're talking about getting more rest. We're relaxing, we're taking it easy. We're even doing this in the traditional tarot card, okay? Creating a moment of pause. We do this in the Four of Earth, okay? And asking yourself, questions. Start questioning things, but listening to yourself. And for those who, if you are getting intuitive hits, listen to yourself, okay? Listen to yourself. Trust yourself. I don't think you trust yourself enough here, okay? So, with that being said, we have one more card. I didn't want to leave that out. This is, yeah. See, it's really about you caring for yourself. Caring for yourself. You know what I also feel really drawn to say here is that this is actually kind of a time of recovery here. This is a time of recovery. I feel like some of you guys have been handed some very heavy-hitting information here too, okay? Now, with that being said, the universe is saying, you know, even though it's scary, everything's gonna be okay, okay? There was a break in the foundation, and basically the universe said I had to step in because I didn't want you going down the wrong path. I didn't want you entangled with manipulating people in your life. I didn't want you, that's not what I wanted for you. And the resistance comes from you because I think you say you're not ready for the change. You're not ready to move forward. You're not ready to let go of things here. But I think in the next 2 weeks you realize, you know what, I'm out of here, okay? I'm out of here. And you begin to really understand how important it is to do what's right for you here, okay? You do what's right for you in every aspect of your life here, okay? So, that's a lot. That's a lot to keep up with here. But it's about the balance here, okay? It's about balancing, you know, and even questioning yourself. Are you receiving as much as you've been giving here, okay? Because you're doing this in two energies, you know? So there's really another question to ask yourself. Am I getting back as much as I've been giving to people, you know? If the answer is no, then maybe it is time to go, you know? It should be an equal give and take, a fair balance here, okay? So, all right. I'm going to go ahead and leave you guys there with that. You let me know in the comments below how you feeling about that, and make sure to give the video a thumbs up if this resonates, and I will see you in our next video. Bye, guys.